Hey, it's May 2021. I'm going to give you some real estate advice. And the younger you are, the more important this advice is. We're going to call it for people 20 to 50. Well, I don't care if you're 60, but the younger you are, the more important advice that this advice is. Give you credibility. I've been in real estate only 20 years. This month, 20 years. I own 350 houses, but I have 70 years of experience, 71 Saturday, in real estate because I've been alive watching things happen. And here's what I want to tell you. First of all, you're sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, houses are through the roof. It is ridiculous. And I'm going to agree with you. It is ridiculous compared to yesterday. The day before. But here's what I want you to get out of this. Today's ridiculous prices are going to look dirt cheap to you in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Ridiculously cheap in 30 years. And you're going to be around in 30 years? Right now, you can get a 3 or 4% loan. I want you to buy a house. Hopefully the house you can live in, buy a house to rent. I don't care. Buy a decent house. Buy one of these new houses that they're putting up at these ridiculous prices because it's going to be a great investment. You're going to just pay 3 or 4% interest, which interest is the biggest part of buying a house anyway. But here's what's going to happen. The government's giving away money like crazy. They're not making it. They're not earning it. They're just printing it. These dollars today are going to look cheap compared to the dollars that we have tomorrow. I got to finish this before my wife gets out of the shower, or she'll make me stop. But you got to let me have a sip of wine. Buy the house, 3 or 4% interest. Get a house in a neighborhood that's not going to depreciate. Buy a newer house so you get a slab and insulated walls, and look for what you can near the interstate, good schools, yada, yada, yada. But buy the damned house, all right? Finance it for 30 years. Don't pay a dime more than a payment, as long as you get a 3 or 4%. You know, let's go to Peachtree City. Houses here are ridiculous, all right? I moved here in 1985. I bought a really nice 3-bedroom, 2-story house on an acre in a nice area of Peachtree City, $112,000. 1985. Hell, I'm still here. That house today is for sale for $450,000. And, you know, we're paying 7 or 8%. So it's still an outstanding buy. Of course, it was a nice place to live, whether you lived in it or got rent from it. Somebody used that house. And if you rent a house, guess what? The tenant buys it for you. He's your employee, your part-time employee, buying a house for you, taking care of it, buying you a house. Get a 30-year note. All right, get a 30-year note. Buy a house now. All right. Now, I got a lot more to tell you, but that's how we got to get started. If you didn't get anything out of this, don't go to lesson number 2. Okay. Thanks for. Oh gosh, you made it this far. Don't you have a life? All right. Happy birthday to me. Goodbye.